Today I prepared a very interesting topic. I'll make sure that it's very concise and small. We're going to talk about the relationship between microbes, germs, and how it can influence our observations in nature. In more common terms, how our gut microbiome can influence the relationship between us and other people. So that particularly more aims into the relationship between couples. Does a good microbiome help partners get along together and love one another more and more honestly and truly, or not? Why are divorces on the rise? I would have to blame part of it on the microbiome. Other things might emerge, like with how society is structuring its philosophies and stuff like that. But I do have to add that gut microbiome is influencing our relationship with others. And I'm going to prove that with non-scientific discoveries and stuff like that, but with common terms and how we can see that if we are opening our eyes and observing these things that I'm going to talk about. So the more that we have a toxic terrain in our body, the more that we are going to attract toxins. We see people who are attracted to synthetic smells, to more detergents, to fast food, to processed food. They don't care about toxicity more than what they care about the germs. They do have some sort of an OCD that makes them more attracted or have a tendency to be more attracted towards synthetic smells. So these people have a very strict regulation around like the smell of eggs, around the smell of meat, the smell of raw milk. And the reason why they have that is because their gut is not balanced. They have more toxins in their body than they have microbes. And when we smell that, the toxicity in our body will not like it. So if we are seeing these types of food, we're going to be attracted to these processed food because they have the toxins that we need. So the bacteria that is in abundance, which is dealing with the toxicity, it's not a bad bacteria, by the way, because these bacteria that are dealing with toxicity are helping us. But the body will start attracting more toxins. So a more toxic terrain will attract more toxins. A germ-rich terrain will attract more germs. And I'm going to compare these two in individuals and how their personalities will differ. People who have a more abundant terrain with germs, they will have more tendency to like the natural foods and natural smells. They have more tendency to walk barefoot on the ground because they are mentally not scared from bacteria, from germs, and it goes more beyond the conscious mind. It also goes to the subconscious mind. So we see that people will start avoiding bacteria in general. They will start avoiding the natural foods. They hate the smell of raw meat, raw eggs, raw milk, and they feel disgusted by it. But on the other hand, they feel very attracted to synthetic smells. They use a lot of detergents. They love to clean everything. They have to put a lot of creams on them. They are even not in love with their own smell. So that's why they start using a lot of perfume. But with people who are avoiding the synthetic material, the synthetic smells and perfumes, they will be more attracted towards the natural smells. Like they don't have any problem with smelling raw eggs or raw milk or raw meat, like me, for example. And these people are attracting more germs because their terrain is not abundant in toxins and their body is eliminating toxins. They are fasting from toxins. They placed a brick wall and they told toxins, stay away, you're not allowed in my body. And they did that for a long period of time that their body started having less and less toxins. So they stopped attracting more toxins. They started attracting the good guys that are helping them break down the toxins and eliminate the waste properly. Germs will attract germs. Toxins will attract toxins. You have to decide which one is best for you. For people who are loving perfumes and they feel attracted to perfumes, we see a lot of people now are hating one another. We see that partners are falling in love for the first year or two after they're having children, after their microbiome doesn't exchange. They will not accept themselves or one another as naturally as possible. So what's keeping the relationship together is basically the perfume and the creams and all these things that are placing all these imaginative feelings of love and, oh, I accept this person because he's flushing himself from head to toe. But we are not basically accepting our natural odors. And there's a scientific way to approach how pheromones are linked to our love between partners and also family bond. But on the other hand, if we are allowing synthetic material to connect our relationship, then the fabric of the love circle or the relationship that we're doing will not be as well functioning as possible. For example, how I look at it is, if I smell that my partner has a irregular mouth breath, I would either relate that she has a gut problem, a health problem, and we start working on it. If I have a toxic terrain, I won't think about it. I won't be able to think about, oh, my partner may have a gut problem and I have to work on it. If I have a toxic terrain, I will immediately think, go wash your mouth, go flush it with whatever, like Listerine or something. I won't care about my partner as I should if I have a healthy body and I'm caring about my partner's health, right? I won't feel disgusted by the smell because I know that it's natural and that we have to work on it together. So even with the sweat, if we are smelling someone who is having very bad sweat, like these people who are going to the gym, they're taking a lot of supplements, a lot of powders and stuff like that, you can smell their sweat from here to there. And the reason why they're having bad sweat is because their kidneys are failing, they're taking a lot of powders and stuff, they're harming their lymphatic system, their appendix will break down, their colon is having problems, they're having all these synthetic material, and their skin is trying to eliminate the toxins. So we're going to smell what we are putting in our body. For me to have a healthy smell, that I have to take care of my health. But people who are having an abundance of toxicity won't experience that with their partner. Germs are basically putting the foundation of how we should think as a society. And without germs, the world will not be loving. The world will not form communities that are really caring about one another. We will form a synthetic connection, and this web will not be strong enough to sustain our children and our grandchildren. What bacteria, what germs will do is bring us more together, will make the connection between individuals better and stronger, and we will become more loving because our body is being loved. But if we're having a toxic terrain, we're always going to be deep inside our hearts, not feeling well, and we will be having bad thoughts, bad subconscious ideologies that will control our lives, whether we know about it or not. I hope this makes sense to you. I tried to make it as short as possible, but if you love this video, put a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I really appreciate doing such videos, so please let me know like other topics that you would like me to talk about. Have a great day.